Hello, and welcome to my channel. You have successfully contacted the Acquiescence.Experience, where we vibe with self-love, positivity, and who gives a fuck. And I am your favorite storyteller, Acquiescence. Today's episode, we're vibing out in the Mellow Gallery, an experience devoted entirely to exploring one elevated expression. Soberly put, high artsy. On high artsy, what we do, we come together, we get a little lit, and flow right into a creative storytelling journey where we express what we see and feel within each piece of artwork. Today's episode, I have with me one of my friends from the fabulous UPS. I don't know if it's fabulous. He's worked with me in revenue for a while. When we hit it off, he has a good heart. Welcome to the show. This is Mr. Ben Evans. Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Thank you for coming to IRC.
Of course, we're missing.
Okay. Well, now we can just get lit. Well, you don't, but you're not drinking. You just drink.
As I could get.
Yeah, get a little. My sister and my daughter do that. They just all of a sudden make these noise. What the hell?
They want some Migos stuff.
Migo?
Migos record. Migos?
I don't know about that.
Migos? Oh,
I
shit.
heard of them, but I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm gonna send you a nice little playlist. They literally are responsible for making it a fad to make the little noises in between the rap.
The background noise?
Not the background. Ad-lib, but also too, they just do that shit like midway through like the song. They be like, they be doing like all type of sounds and people credit
But
them.
I like the sound.
Right, I mean, it's all music. It's all music. I mean, it's all music, all part of the love. You know, you create something different. You know, you run with it. And people like it. And people fuck with it, then you're doing something right. Something, you know, unique.
It's always, everybody has a lane for something.
Right. You gotta find it. You gotta find what works for you.
You have to find your niche.
Yes. Find
But
what
you
works
also
for
got
you.
to keep trying with things until you figure out what works.
Definitely a true artist. You're never satisfied. You always want to push the envelope.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm not never satisfied. I like this, but then I'll be ready to do something different. I want to keep growing,
When
getting
I
bigger.
paint, when I sketch, when I weld, it's just always just how I feel in the moment.
Uh-huh.
No project ever feels complete for me. But at some point, you do hit a point in your project where you're happy at that point. You could add more, but it's not gonna kill you if you don't leave the canvas or you leave the artwork the way it is. It's not gonna kill you. And sometime over time, you look at it and think you might do something to it, but over time, maybe a week or two, you say, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna go on to the next project. I'm gonna try something.
I think I'm the other way. I have something that I need to get out, and I just get it. I get it out, and then I want to finish it. My problem is I want to finish it all in one sitting. I'm learning to take a little bit of a break and finish it later on, like to the next day.
Right.
But that's my sole focus until I'm done with it.
Right.
And then when I'm done with it, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I approach every project differently. It's almost like every project is a person.
Okay.
It's its own unique person that you're really trying to break down, figure out, and see if there's anything you need to add to it or if less is more.
Less should be more. Shouldn't have too much. What do you see? Tell me the story.
I see a woman in her house. Looks like a tissue in her house.
You can do it.
Okay. It looks like a sister in her house in deep meditation. In deep meditation, reflecting upon a day after a hard day of work, maybe even a hard week. And she's just kind of closing her eyes and meditating. Just being at peace after a long week. That's what I see.
Okay. In my story, she's thinking. She just came in and sat down. This thing in her hand, it's like she's trying to figure out how to put something together. You know what I mean? She's trying to figure out how to put something together. So she came and sat down. She was like, well, maybe if I do. She's thinking, like, if I do this into this. She's thinking it out before she's getting ready to try it. Maybe she's creating this or something. But she's thinking, because she's twiddling with this. She's making something. She's trying to put something together.
Right.
And she's piecing it out in her head first. Like, if I do this and this, and I put that might work. And then she'll be like, okay, this and that. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly.
So, she's thinking.
Okay. We both agree she's in deep thought or meditation.
me a story.
I don't want to assume what their culture is or whatever.
This is your story. It could be whatever you want it to be.
They look like two Jewish gentlemen discussing how their day is going as they pass by in the street in their local neighborhood. They're just kind of doing some catching up.
Okay.
Seen that scene a lot in New York.
Yeah, I saw it. When I went up there, I saw it. The city here.
Yeah, they have a very strong community in New York City.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
First time I saw a nun. Oh.
Yeah.
So he's telling him something. Something good. And he say, now what you trying to tell me is this? And he was like, man, it's like this big. Why would I lie to you? So he's trying to tell him. He's like, you know me, come on. And he said something good. Like it's something good he's telling him. And he's like, are you sure? Man, yes, come the hell on. He was like, he looked like he said, now what I lie to you? Come on. Well, he's saying this big. It's just this big. And he was like, are you sure? You saw the right man. Come on.
Definitely have the conversation, 100%.
Yeah, I like the way his face looks. Come on. What do you see? Tell me a story.
So it looks like there's a lot of love and admiration there. It looks like a woman's definitely showing her affection and admiration. I can't tell. I can't tell if that's a woman or a man.
It's your story. It can be whatever you want.
I'll tell you what, it looks like it's just the admiration that her daughter's having for her mother.
Okay.
And while her mother is like coveting a flower, and it's almost like the way the flowers resembles her daughter. She's caring for it, she's holding it in her hand. She's probably gonna plant it and watch it bloom. It's almost like it's almost a symbolism for her daughter that's hugging her right there with the red hood. It's almost like the daughter is the flower. And she's showing admiration to her mother for cultivating her, being the woman she is right now, and will soon be in the future.
She's the daughter.
Correct. I think the one in the red hood is the daughter, showing admiration for the mother who's holding the red flower in her hand. It's like I said, it seems like the daughter is this symbol that the flower represents in the mother.
Mm-hmm. In my story, she's the mother. And this is her gay son.
Okay.
And he's young though, and even though he's tall.
Okay.
And he's telling his mom, he was like, you know what? This is how it is. And the flower bloom, she's blooming into herself. You know what I mean? And she say, I knew, and I love you. And there's people, you're like, yeah.
Definitely love there, no matter what. It's love there.
I say this is gonna be me, and I'm all right with it. What do you see? Tell me a story.
Wow. I don't know what shade this is. I could assume, but this literally looks like this embodiment of crew love. Young teenagers hanging out together. You know, they got the fresh hip hop style going on, and they just hanging tough out here in the streets. You know, they ain't trying to cause no trouble. They just out here trying to cultivate the culture of hip hop, doing it as a crew and just showing love to each other. You know, then taking a photo to symbolize this moment in time.
In my story. These two here, they own it. This is like their older brother.
Right.
He helped them do some things, but they own it. They own it, and then they say, okay, we need to do it. So they came up with an idea. Oh, I don't know. They came up with that. They own it. Yeah. Both of them was on stuff. So they came up, and this is like they own it.
Right.
They just like he might be good. He's family, but not like right there. You know what I mean? But this is like the waiting area. But they waiting back here. They waiting to go in the door. They're waiting to go into the door of whatever this building or this. It might be a restaurant. It could be a lounge. Well, they can. Well, I don't know. But they own that shit.
Okay.
And like this is look like light switch right there. This is like the phone will go into the restaurant. Maybe it need to be a restaurant. Or maybe they came up with a cookbook and that's when they own it. That's what it is. They came up with something. I keep saying restaurant, but they own it. That's their shit. And it's like, that's what it is. They took their recipes that they know how to cook. Okay, so wait.
Okay.
They know the recipe that grandma had them in there. They cooking around with, right? Then they came up with, they started selling their food, whatever. But they own it. It went big, but it went big kind of fast.
Gotcha.
But they the owners. They say, come on. They gonna keep it how they like. They just like to be comfortable, and that's what they gonna wear. And they're the young owners. And they're like, how do they do it? Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this experience. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Remember, you are the most important person in your life. Make sure you give yourself a little extra love today. Until next time, peace.
Bye.